So the Nintendo Switch Sports early review scores are coming in, and we got a little bit of an idea of a general consensus what people kind of typically think of this game, this successor to Nintendo Wii Sports from way back in the day. If you know, you know, man. Those are some great days. So welcome back, friends, to another video here on the channel. Today, we're going to quickly discuss some of these review scores that are coming in, and just kind of what the general, I guess, reception is so far for Nintendo Switch Sports. So if you guys do enjoy this one, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe for more Nintendo content. I definitely plan to play some Nintendo Switch Sports here on the channel if everything goes well. Just trying to figure out how I'm going to do that with kind of my typical desk setup. It's going to be a little bit odd, but we'll figure it out some way or another. Also, let me know in the comments if you guys are excited for this game. Whatever the reviewers say, just keep in mind that this is always, reviews are subjective, right? There's nothing objective to it, but like I said, taking kind of a general score overall, you get a little bit of an idea roughly what a group of people anyways thinks, and that's kind of the main point here. So we're gonna go through it really quick here. This is actually conveniently posted by Nibelian over on Twitter. I'll throw it up on screen and we can see some of the reviews anyway. So Inverse gave it an 8, Press Start gave it an 8, IGN and GameSpot both gave it 7s, Digital Trends gave it a 3.5 out of 5, WCCF Tech gave it a 6.5, and Oz Gamers gave it a 6. On OpenCritic, it has currently from 15 reviews, an overall score of 72, and Metacritic, again from 15 critics, an overall score of 75. So typically it seems like a 7 to a 7.5 out of 10 game, which is pretty good, honestly, if you think about it, right? It's not too bad, with all things considered. Now, you're probably maybe wondering, well, what did Wii Sports get? About the same thing, actually, from the critics themselves. This is obviously, of course, based on 51 critics, but Wii Sports got a 76, so about a 7.6 on Metacritic. But here's the thing to take into consideration. The user score was a little bit higher. The user score is 8.1 out of 482 ratings on Metacritic. So the thing about this, right, is that typically some games, sometimes it'll be the opposite, but some games reviewers score it lower, and then the overall user score, so people that are not reviewing it, just normal players that go on Metacritic or OpenCritic or whatever to write their own reviews, they sometimes rate it a little bit higher, and then vice versa. Sometimes reviewers rate something higher, and the general, I guess, gamer will rate it lower. I think this is going to be one of those instances that it's probably going to be similar to Wii Sports, where the critics are probably going to give it around a 7 to a 7.5. I think it's going to be better, well received, maybe among most players. I think it could probably get an 8 user score personally. Just with my time playing it now, obviously you're not really allowed to talk about the beta, but I will say, very indirectly and vaguely, it was a good experience. It was very promising and very nostalgic, but obviously it felt like its own new thing as well, and I'm really, really excited for it personally. So if you've ever played Wii Sports back in the day, I think that you're going to be really excited about Nintendo Switch Sports, and if you've never played Wii Sports back in the day, I still think you're going to have an absolute blast with Nintendo Switch Sports because it's a really fun game. Is it a super crazy, revolutionary type of game? No, of course not. But it's one of those fun games that is just, it's just nice to play with friends and family or whatever. And the good thing about Nintendo Switch Sports is there's online play, whereas of course Wii Sports did not have online play. You were stuck playing it, in your own kind of on one single TV in your own kind of area, if you will, right? The other thing to take into consideration is with Wii Sports, you had the sensor bar, which kind of added a whole other element to it that could be a little bit finicky. And with the Nintendo Switch, of course, it's all gyro and whatnot based, so it tends to be a little bit more accurate. I know just from my time with Super Mario Galaxy, or also with Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, it definitely feels a lot more accurate kind of controls, and Nintendo seems to have a pretty good grip on that. So and again, my time with the closed beta kind of showcased that as well, that the controls are a little bit better in that regard and whatnot. Again, everything's just subjective, right? I could personally tell you my experience with the game. Anybody else could. It could be great and you could hate it, or the opposite. One person could hate it, you could love it. At the end of the day, it's all subjective. So let me know what you guys think though in the comment section below. I just wanted to kind of cover this really quick for you guys here on the channel, give you guys a little bit of an idea of what people are sort of how they're receiving it so far, at least the critics as of right now. There's only 15 critics, but still pretty solid stuff, and I think it's promising, and like I said, I'm really excited to play it. So let me know if you guys plan to pick it up, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more Nintendo content. We stream Nintendo games, playthroughs, walkthroughs, guides, Nintendo news, you name it, we got it here on the channel. So stick around for more, and I'll see you guys soon in another one. Till then, game on. Thanks for watching.